This is Pure Artistry Wednesdays on the Soul Music Lab. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is the Soul Music Lab. I'm Ely, and I'll be your host, bringing you the best variety of R&B, neo-soul, and smooth jazz. If you're joining us for the first time, well, the first time is always the right time, because we got something special for you today. And of course, if you've been supporting us from the word go, hey, thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting us. We do appreciate you in every way possible. You can catch us on Wednesdays and Fridays every week. Every week, Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays, like today, is our Pure Artistry series. And of course, we will be back on Friday with another killer playlist. It could be R&B, neo-soul, smooth jazz. But you will get that variety that you love about the Soul Music Lab, because we're always doing something fresh and something new. So check this out. Format's going to be a little bit different today. And you're probably going to hear me talking more today because I got a lot to say, I guess. I always got a lot to say, but I usually just don't. But anyway, we are going to do one of our mini concert series. We've done this a couple of times before. And today we're going to do that as well. We're going to feature two artists today. And I was inspired. I was inspired by the... First of all, it is Black History Month, but I was also inspired by the Super Bowl halftime festivities with Kendrick Lamar. And so I was like, let me enlighten y'all. Because I think, first of all, I loved it. I think it was great. The symmetry was amazing. You know, the message that he was putting out there. And of course, it was very controversial in a lot of respects. But I think he did an amazing job. I really do. But we had our messengers back in our day, back in the 70s. And I want to share two of them with you today. Two of probably the strongest. Long before there was a Jay-Z, long before there was a Kendrick Lamar, long before there was a Black Thought, a KRS-One, we had our messengers out here and we did it through our music. Because remember, we didn't have social media of any kind whatsoever. We had our music, and that's where the strongest messages for the movement, the strongest messages for social awareness, just being conscious of your surroundings, about what's going on, came through our music. And these two artists were on the forefront. Exactly, one of them is like he's the godfather of rap music today. And all of those artists that I named, and any artists that, came through doing conscious rap, conscious hip hop, they all listen to this one artist, and we're going to do him as well. So that's what we got going on for you today. And we're going to start it out with the late, great Curtis Mayfield. Yes, Curtis Mayfield's in the house, one of the most talented musicians, singers, songwriters out there. And we're going to give him the first shot. And then after that, we're going to follow up with the amazing Gil Scott Heron. Yes, that's what we got for you today. We're going to call this one Voices of the Movement, 70s style. So sit back, check it out, listen. I got it. Let's go.
Hush now, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. Bite your lip and take the trip. Though there may be Well, there's only one kind. So hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Move on up and keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme, so keep on pushing. Take nothing less than the supreme best. Do not obey, rumors people say, but you can pass the test. Just move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it. Just got no money, got no jobs. Crime's taking over, making time so hard. Assassination, trying to shoot you down. When you need a friend, there's no one found. We had a lovely world when all began to cease. Human negatives have become the beast. Positives are crumbling down. We need you, Jesus. Calling on Bigfoot. I say, Jesus, come free your people. We need you now. Come free your people. Guess it doesn't matter what we have to face. If we lose the wisdom, you know we lose the race. What used to be love is now a naked sex. Make a natural feeling so damn complex. A positives are crumbling down. Look out for me, Jesus, 'cause we need your love. I need you, Jesus. Come free your people. We need you now. Come on, come on. Come free your people. Come free your people. Calling on Bigfoot. Come free your people. We need you now. No lie, I got no money. We got no jobs. Crime's taking over, making time so hard. Assassination, you see, trying to shoot you down. When you need a friend, there's no one found. Positives are crumbling down. Who do we call now? Call on Jesus. We need your Bigfoot, your hand to free your people. Come free, come see, and come free your people. Come free your people. Come free your people. Lot of good people are waiting on the Lord. Come see your people. Come free your people. We need you now. Save the babies. Save the babies. Save the babies. Come free. Come free your people. Free people. Come free your people. Free your people. Come free your people. strength to be bothered. The almighty world, hear me, girl, was bound to weigh him down. We got to stop all men from messing up the land. When what we understand, this is our last and only chance. Everybody, it's a future shot. Future shot. Future shot. Future shot. Future shot. Our world figures playing on niggas. Oh, see them dancing, see how they're dancing to the superfly. Oh, ain't it dumb when you don't know where it comes from? Dancing in our youth, trying to truth to get over, get over. We got to stop all men from messing up the land. When what we understand, this is our last and only chance. Everybody, it's a future shot, future shot. Future shot, future shot. Hey, big sister, where you mister? Late to the bone, trying to get home. It's alright. What's going on? You seem always alone. Could is real, man, he's in jail. Get on. We got to stop all men from messing up the land. When what we understand, this is our last and only chance. Everybody, it's a future shot. Future shot. Future shot. Future shot. Future shot. The price of the meat higher than the dope in the street. Is it any wonder for those with nothing to eat? Some got it made, but still seem so afraid. There's no love for his brother, no plans for another. Future shot, what's been going on? Future shot, everyone's alone. Future shot, don't know the people. Future shot, afraid of the sleeper. Future shot, future shot. We people who are darker than blue, are we gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true? We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boyish grown-up shiftless jigger. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? We people who are darker than blue, This ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. Hi, yellow girl, can you tell? You're just the surface of our dark, deep well. If your mind could really see, you know your color is same as me. Pardon me, brother, as you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Yourself together, learn to know your side. Shall we commit our own genocide before you check out your mind? I know we've all got problems, that's why I'm here to say, keep peace with me and I with you. Let me love in my own way. Now I know we have great respect for the sister and mother. It's even better yet. But there's the joker in the street, loving one brother and killing the other. When the time comes and we are really free, there'll be no brothers left, you see. We people who are darker than blue, don't let us hang around this town and let whatever say come true. We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boyish grown-up shiftless jigger. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? Pardon me, brother, while you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Pardon me, brother, I know we've come a long, long way, but let us not be so satisfied, for tomorrow can be an even stare. People all around me, and they're all in fear. They don't seem to want me, but they won't admit. Thinking black on black, strange creature out here having fits. From my body house, I'm afraid to come outside. Although I'm filled with love, I'm afraid they'll hurt my pride. So I play the part I feel they want of me, and I'll pull the shades so I won't see them seeing me. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found. From my body house, I see like me another familiar face, a creed and race, a brother. But to my surprise, I found another man corrupt. Although he be my brother, he wants to hold me up. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found.
Underground, we now have to deal with our own self-destruction. We cannot live on the surface of our earth any longer. There is now pollution in every natural mineral and material taken from the land. We have truly become a vast wasteland. And now underground, how will we deal with our society of discrimination among people? Near to hell, it's just as well. What will become of our children? Underground. We'll all turn black, 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 black. So who's to know? As a matter of fact, color, creed, and breed must go. The underground. The underground. There's future thoughts for the underground. Long range sight for an eternal night. Future prophecy for the mass to see. The underground.
That completes our first set here with Voices of the Movement. That was Mr. Curtis Mayfield. We started that set off with Move On Up. A very popular song. I'm sure you guys have heard it. And that was from his album called Curtis. And after that, you heard Come Free Your People. And that was from the album Love is the Place. And then you heard Future Shock. That was from the album Back to the World. And after that, We the People Who Are Darker Than Blue. And that was all from his album Curtis. And then you heard Hard Times, and that was from, get the title of this, There's No Place Like America Today. Now, of course, this was back in the 70s when he said that. So, oh yeah, so wow, that's kind of crazy. And then, of course, we ended that set with Underground, and that was from his album, The Roots. Mr. Curtis Mayfield, Chicago's own Curtis Mayfield. Yeah, he started back in the late 50s, and get this. I mean, he started out with the Impressions back in 1956, but in Chicago, he met another icon who just passed away the other day, and that's Jerry Butler. And then he joined the Impressions, and they had a few hits with the Impressions before he went out on his own, doing his own thing, and he's had a very, very successful solo career. They called him the Gentle Genius. And he's considered one of the most influential musicians of soul and socially conscious music ever. He's influenced so many people today, it's just not even funny. And, and then, of course, he came through the civil rights movements. And and this brother's been doing it to death. So, but he had, later in his career, in the late 70s, he kind of fell off because, disco came around and Curtis stayed true to what he was doing. And so, so he was out there doing it. But he had a tragic accident in like 1990. He was on stage in New York and part of the lighting fell on him and paralyzed him from the neck down. Yeah. Paralyzed him from the neck down. And that was in 1990. And he still did music. Matter of fact, his last album was in 1996. And he died young. He was only 57 years old. And I thought it was because of the accident, but actually he died because of complications of diabetes. which came along with that. But, and of course, if you don't know Curtis Mayfield for anything, you know him for that iconic soundtrack, Superfly. Yes, indeed. That is still one of the baddest soundtracks out there today. So deep. And if you never watched the movie, well, I know they did a remake. No, you go back and watch the original that they did back in 1970. But that soundtrack, still one of the best. I put it right up there with Purple Rain, is right up there on top. This man's amazing. So, but when it comes to a social consciousness, Curtis talked about everything. It wasn't just about the human condition, in the black neighborhoods and what was going on. He talked about the environment, and they were in your face back in the day. I don't know if if we could get away with some of the stuff that these cats would. They just, like I said, our music was in your face. They didn't hold back, and Curtis, he epitomized that. So we're gonna do another set. I got some more Curtis Mayfield coming at you in the second set, and then we're gonna move on to a little bit something different, but we got you all in the same thing. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about it, okay? So check this out. Let's get on to the second set right here in the Soul Music Lab.
Darkness no longer, a child is born. Mother shed tears of joy as baby tests his lungs. My daddy's not there where he ought to be. Somewhere in Georgia, skinning and shooting craps on his knees. Another victim born out here in the hood. And based on statistics, it really ain't all good. Welfare takes the tab, and daddy can't sign, and it can't be seen. The family becomes a crime. The hunt is on, and brother, you're the prey. Serving time in jail, it just ain't the way. I'm living so hard, baby, that my hair's gray. We got to make a change. It's a brand new day.
A new world order, a brand new day.
It's a new
A
day.
change of mind for the human race.
It's
A new
day. It's a
world
new
order, a brand new day. A
It's a
change
day.
of mind for the human race.
Operation in flux, and it's on the way. We just marched 1 million plus the other day. Look, we all witnessed the sweat rolling down Miss Liberty's head. She knows the sleeping giant is no longer sleeping dead. Oh, what a fulfillment of prophecy. Let us teach the children freedom's never been free. It's okay to cry, go ahead and cry. 'Cause Jesus wept, but hope and faith he kept. It's a new day.
World order, a brand new day.
It's a
A
new
change
day.
of mind for the human race.
It's
A
a
new
new
world
day.
order, a brand new day.
It's
A
a
change
new
of
day.
mind for the human race.
The die has been cast, and there's no need to fear. 'Cause people, the answer to your prayers are here. Sister Mary, don't you weep. Tell mother not to moan. We need the love, and Daddy's coming home. There's no need to worry. The times dictate a plan. Mother Earth has given birth to a brand new man. Sister, I know you're misunderstood, but hold on to your man, 'cause the future looks good. It's a new day.
A new world order, a brand new day.
It's a
A
new
change
day.
of mind for the human race.
It's a new
World order, a brand new day.
It's
A
a
change of
new day.
mind for the human race.
Beware of the lies and false prophecy. We are many with eyes, but don't all really see. You must be merciful, my friend, to obtain the same. So if you break the chain, don't pass the blame. We should say unto all, and I'll say it again, it's not just a win. Shake a hand, make a friend. We who are pure at heart somehow might see there's still light in the world. Come rejoice with me. It's a new day.
A new world order, a brand new day.
It's
a change of mind for the human race.
It's
a new world order, a brand new day. A change of mind for the human race.
It's a new day. 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 It's a new day.
Yes, no, it's a brand new day.
On one, a two, on 1, 2, 3.
Little child running wild. Watch your wild. You see, he never smiled. Broken home, father gone, mama tired, so is all alone. Kinda sad, kinda mad. Ghetto child, thinking he's been had. But I can just hear him in the back of his mind saying, didn't have to be here. You didn't have to love me while I was just a nothing child. Why couldn't y'all just let me be, let me be, let me be, let me be? was just a nothing child. Why couldn't they just let me be? Let me be, let me be, let me be. Ain't got no money. Got to play in the alleys. Ain't got no pride. Just took everything out of me I got inside. Got to make it alone. Got to get away from home. This ain't no fun. My life I just run. Run on, run on, run on. Get a child. Run on, get a child. Run on, get a child. Run on, get a child. Be running wild and watch a while. You see, he never smiles. Father gone. All right. Hey, hey. Love, love. Yeah, yeah. It is dead. That's what I said. Let the man rap a plan, said he'd send him home, but his hope was a rope, and he should have known. It's hard to understand. There was love in this man. I'm sure all would agree that his misery was this woman and things. Now Fred is dead. That's what I said. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off and abused him. Another junket plan, pushing dope for the man. A terrible blow, but that's how it goes. Freddy's on the corner now. If you wanna be a junkie, wow. Remember, Fred is dead. We're all built up with progress, but sometimes I must confess we can deal with rockets and dreams, but reality, what does it mean? Ain't nothing said, 'cause Fred is dead. like Freddie now, because Freddie's dead. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. If you don't try, you're gonna die. Why can't we brothers protect one another? No one's serious, and it makes me furious. Don't be misled. Just think of Fred. Everybody's misused him, ripped him up and abused him. Another junkie plan, pushing dope for the man. A Fred is on the corner now. If you wanna be a junkie, why? Remember, Fred is dead. Fred is dead. Hey, hey. Ha, ha. Lord, Lord. Ha, ha. Ooh, hey, hey. Lord, Lord. Everybody gather round and listen to my song. I've only got one. We who are young should now take a stand. Don't run from the burdens of women and men. Continue to give, continue to live for what you know is right. Most of your life can be out of sight. Withdraw from the darkness and look to the light. For everyone's free, at least that's the way it's supposed to be. We just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Many think that we have blown it, but they too will soon admit that there's still a lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, war, and trust when we keep on keeping on. Before we dismiss, one thing I insist: when you have your young, remember this song. And our world's surroundings is leaps and bounds, ups and downs is reality. Teach them to be strong, and when they are grown, they can proudly imply that we were an alright guy. For all the wrong now is right. This nation's people are now united as one. And we just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Many think that we have blown it, but they too will soon admit that there's still a lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, war, and trust when we keep on keeping on. Keep on years back I remember, still in my mind so well. My mama made this one more flip, and I found it never fails. Never worry too long about what goes wrong. Today it's sorrow, but got joy tomorrow. Keep on keeping on, keep on keeping on, keep on keep on, keep on keep on. Just keep on keeping on. We just keep on keeping on. Many think that we have blown it, but they too will soon admit that there's still a lot of love among us, and there's still a lot of faith, warmth, and trust when we keep on keeping on. We're gonna make it on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. I'm just homeless, homeless. Ooh, Lord, just a year ago, I was in the door, double with my share and walking on air. Never thought I'd fall, I just had a ball. Saw the sign of greed and still would not care. Please give just to eat. These words they repeat. Don't the country look out for the need of these? I was someone more, 'cause I was no one poor. To find that I too was down on my knees. I'm just homeless. Homeless. I'm just homeless. Homeless. The people wonder why. walking by.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, baby. How's my love child?
Fine.
Tell me, of all your dreams, what most do you hope to be when you become a big girl?
Daddy, I would like to be Miss Black America.
Hurriedly stepping so proud, Mother Nature's only godchild. Society salutes you today, and we'd like to say, God bless Miss Black America. Watch over Miss Black America. She cried tears of success. We wish her long happiness. Miss Black America. Sisters, we're all so very proud of that natural look. We
we see among the crowd. Worldwide admiration from nation to nation. They love you, Miss Black America. We love you too, Miss Black America. You're such wonderful people and so beautifully equal. Miss Black America. A culture no one can deny. If a young child should ask, then tell them why. They should not be ashamed of their past. Just explain the true mother is Black America. None other than Miss Black America. She cried tears of success. We wish her long happiness. Black America. Miss Black America. We're so proud of you, Miss Black America. Ooh, Miss Black America. I'm so proud, I'm so proud. Miss Black America. Miss Black America. Miss Black America.
That was our second set with Mr. Curtis Mayfield, the icon, the late, great Curtis Mayfield. We started that set off with the title track to his last album in 1996, and that's called New World Order. I'm sure you guys heard that before. Not the song, but the title. Then you heard Ghetto Child, and that was from his album Curtis. And then you heard Freddy's Dead, classic from that iconic album, that iconic soundtrack, Superfly. And then you heard Keep On Keeping On, and that was from the album The Roots. And then you heard a cut called Homeless, and that was from the album Take It to the Streets. And then we ended that set with Miss Black America, and that was from the album Curtis. Now, as you can see, like I said, I just want to do some of his music. But I mean, he had a lot. He had like 20-something albums. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think in sometime in the 90s, he was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, and he also was given a Lifetime Award Grammy for his work. But as you can see, if you listen to some of this music, you can see that it's still relevant to this day. And we're talking 40, 50 years ago when we were putting this out, and it's still relevant to this day. Some of the stuff he's talking about. I mean, he's got a song called Homeless, and we know that there's a huge homeless problem in America right now. And, and it was back then. So some things have changed, but a lot of things have remained the same. And so, that was, like I said, my inspiration. I love what Kendrick Lamar did. I do. And I knew it was going to be controversial. As I'm sitting there watching it, I was like, oh my, I see. See, because the difference is back when Curtis, and Stevie Wonder, I mean, that was for us, so wasn't nobody really buying our music but us. But now, what Kendrick Lamar did, that went worldwide. That's a worldwide phenomenon. And I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I seen they doing this thing. I've seen it in Chinese, I've seen it done in Spanish, so it went crazy. But like I said, I mean, he was in your face, and and that type of influence is just insane. Scares some people. That type of influence scares some people. But the whole point. And I'll tell you this story real quick, which I thought was funny. So my sister came by the other day, just the other day, and so we were talking. We always had these long, conversations. It's crazy. And so I asked her, so how did you like the Super Bowl at halftime? Because she was at a Super Bowl party in the city. And she was like, I hated it. I was like, well, hated it? Really? So she said, I didn't understand any of it. I was like, what? I said, well, you know what? I said, I get that. because your generation, I'm the youngest and I'm 64, so it's like the generations are different. And I was like, but you listen to Gil Scott, you turned me on to Gil Scott Heron back in the day, so you didn't like what he was doing? No, at least I understood Gil Scott. I didn't understand this. So it was wild, man. I was like, wow. So I said, you know what, this young man, I mean, he won a Pulitzer. I mean, he's got I don't know how many Grammys. I mean, he's an amazing artist. So I had to just kind of break it down. And he said, well, what was Samuel L. Jackson doing up there? I was like, okay, let me explain to you what that was all about, And but the thing is, these guys were doing the same things back in our day. They were. And this next artist that I'm going to feature, like I said, is Mr. Gil Scott Heron. And I don't care who you are as a rapper. If you go and you have a conversation with J. Cole, you have a conversation with Kendrick Lamar, or any of the cats back during their conscious rap era, they all listen to Gil Scott because he was the godfather of rap music, and he did his through jazz. He did it in a different kind of way, but he hit so hard, and a lot of stuff you hear. A lot of stuff he said, a lot of phrases he coined, you're going to hear that today. So we're going to get to it right now. Third set, Mr. Gil Scott Heron.
Let's go. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live. During Reconstruction time, there were folks who had been promised 40 acres and a mule. And they were told that a man with their legal papers could be expected on a train from Washington. There were folks who waited for him, and there are folks who are still waiting for him. But you can't depend on the train from Washington. It's 100 years overdue.
depend on the stars and planets, yeah. They'll always tell you the truth. You can't depend on the 15th of April, yeah. Somehow it always gets through. You can't depend on the daily papers, cause they'll sure enough bring you the blues. But don't depend on the train from Washington, it's 100 years overdue. I see people dragging all their own, see them standing and just near the tracks. I see people a long, long way from home, wondering how they'll ever get back. You can't depend on the politicians, yeah, always got a point of view. They are contemporary court magicians, yeah, the sleight of mouth will dazzle you. You can't depend on a weak position from them changes that you got to go through. But don't depend on the train from Washington, it's 100 years overdue. I see people on their way to work, I see factories bursting at the seams. I see people listening for the whistle on the train that will carry their dreams. I see people on their way to work. I see factories bursting at the seams. I see people listening for the whistle on the train that would carry their dreams. You can't depend on folks and gravity, 'cause both of them will bring you down. You can't depend on catching something, yeah, something isn't going around. You can't depend on the first two numbers, but damn if the last one comes through. But don't depend on the train from Washington, it's 100 years overdue. You can't depend on the train from Washington, it's 100 years overdue. Overdue, see. You can't depend on the train from Washington, it's 100 years overdue. Don't you over, but don't depend on the train from Washington. Hey, 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 you know it might not make it. You can't depend on the train from Washington. Everybody knows if it's running late. You can't depend on the train from Washington. It's 100 years, and that's a long, long time to see. You can't depend on the train from Washington. It's 100 years overdue. See? Huh. You can't depend on the train from Washington. It's 100 years overdue. Don't you take no for an answer. You can't depend on the train from Washington. It's 100 years overdue. You can't depend on the train from Washington.
Back when Eisenhower was the president, golf courses is where most of his time was spent. So I never really listened to what the president said because in general I believed that the general was politically dead. But he always seemed to know when the muscles were about to be flexed, because I remember him saying something, mumbling something about a military-industrial complex. Americans no longer fight to keep their shores safe, just to keep the jobs going in the arms-making workplace. And then they pretend to be gripped by some sort of political reflex But all they're doing is paying dues to the military-industrial complex. The military and the monetary. The military and the monetary. The military and the monetary. The military and the monetary get together whenever they think it's necessary. They turn our brothers and sisters into mercenaries. They are turning the planet into a cemetery. The military and the monetary use the media as intermediaries. They are determined to keep the citizens secondary. They make so many decisions that are arbitrary. We're marching behind the commander-in-chief who was standing under a spotlight shaking like a leaf. But the ship of state had landed on an economic reef, so we knew he was going to bring us messages of grief. The military and the monetary were shielded by January and went storming into February. Brought us pot-bellied generals as luminaries. 2 weeks ago I hadn't heard the sumbitch, now all of a sudden he's legendary. They took the honor from the honorary, they took the dignity from the dignitaries, they took the secrets from the secretary, but they left the bitch an obituary. The military and the monetary from thousands of miles away in a Saudi Arabian sanctuary had us all scrambling for our dictionaries because we couldn't understand the fucking vocabulary. Yeah, there was some smart bombs, but there were some dumb ones as well. Scared the hell out of CNN in that Baghdad hotel. The military and the monetary, they get together whenever they think it's necessary. War in the desert sometimes sure is scary, but they beamed out the war to all their subsidiaries, tried to make so damn insane a worthy adversary, keeping the citizens secondary, scaring old folks into coronaries. The military and the monetary from thousands of miles in a Saudi Arabian sanctuary kept us all wondering if all of this was really, truly necessary. We've got to work for peace. Peace ain't coming this way. If we only work for peace, if everyone believed in peace the way they say they do, we'd have peace. The only thing wrong with peace is that you can't make no money from it. The military and the monetary, they get together whenever they think it's necessary. They've turned our brothers and sisters into mercenaries. They are turning the planet into a cemetery. We've got to work for peace. Peace ain't coming this way.
We should not allow ourselves to be misled by talk of entering a time of peace. Peace is not the absence of war, it is the absence of the rumors of war and the threats of war and the preparation for war. Peace is not the absence of war, it is the time when we will all bring ourselves closer to each other, closer to building a structure that is unique within ourselves because we have finally come to peace within ourselves. Military and the monetary. Military and the monetary. Military and the monetary. Get together whenever they think it's necessary. They have turned our brothers and sisters into mercenaries. They are turning parts of the planet into a cemetery. What you gonna do? Military and the monetary. Military and the monetary. Say what you gonna do? We hounded the Ayatollah religiously, bombed Libya and killed Gaddafi's son hideously. We turned our back on our allies, the Panamanians, and saw Ali North selling guns to the Iranians. Watched Gorbachev slaughtering the Lithuanians. We better warn the Amish, they may bomb the Pennsylvanians. The military and the monetary get together whenever they think it's necessary. They have turned our brothers and sisters into mercenaries. They are turning the planet into a cemetery. They got folks out there working for war. 2, 3, 4. Make a whole lot of money, start a little trouble, it's a war. Turn this planet into north and south, it's a war. Start a few rumors over there, make money with a war. Peace. Say it to yourself. I believe we got to work for peace. Peace ain't gonna be free, you gotta work for peace. If you believe in peace, gotta go to work. They got folks out there working for war. Start a little trouble over here, what you got is a war. Turn these folks in the north and south, it's a war. Start a little trouble over here, what you got is a war. Tell everybody you know, we gotta work for peace. Gotta work, gotta work. If you believe in peace, time to go to work.
I don't want to sound like no late night commercial, but it's a matter of fact that there are thousands of children all over the world, and Asia and Africa and in South America who need our help. When they start talking about 55 cents a day and 70 cents a day, I know a lot of folks feel as though that's not really any kind of contribution to make, but we have to give up $1.50 just to get in the subway nowadays. So this is a song about tomorrow and about how tomorrow can be better if we all, each one reach one, each one try to teach one. Nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. Everyone must play a part. Everyone got to go to work. Work for peace. Spirit say work. Work for peace. You believe you say go to work. You believe in peace, time go to work. Can't be waving your hand no more, go to work. Everything you ever really wanted, had to go to work. Rockets and moonshots, and blame it on the have-nots. Money, we made it, yeah, but before we see it, they take it. Yes, to make you wanna holler right on the way they do your life, make you wanna holler right on. Way they do your life. Inflation means there ain't no chance, and to increase a little bit of finance, and bills they're gonna pile up the sky. Send that boy off to die. Yes, to make you wanna holler around. The way they do your life, make you wanna holler around. The way they do your life. Hang-ups and let downs, and bad breaks and setbacks. The natural fact is, baby, that I can't pay no taxes. Yes, it make me wanna holler sometime and throw up both my hands. It make me wanna holler sometime. So you say you never heard of the inner city blues, and what's more, you don't understand at all what the ghetto people mean when they say living behind walls? Well, then put on your best suit, white shirt and tie, and run on downtown to stand in line for a job washing dishes that you may not qualify. Walk a big hole in a brand new pair of shoes, and you've had your first look at the inner city blues. Go looking for a place to live, but all the while remember what lurks behind the devil's smile. Are we stupid or just naive that we continue to believe money can buy us anything, including a slice of the American dream? Yeah, answer ads in the paper about houses for sale and get treated like Charles Manson out on bail. When you start to get frustrated by the tactics they use, you'll recognize the feeling. It's the inner city blues. Yeah, make you wanna holler sometimes and throw up both your hands. And haven't you ever wondered about why some brothers and sisters were down and out, receiving their sympathy from a bottle of wine, or worse yet, old homicide?
living their lives in a glassine bag or praising the mysteries of terminal skag. Some of our brothers parading in drag, another set of victims too whipped to choose. Yeah, you can recognize that, that's the inner city blues. Makes you wanna holler sometimes and throw up both your hands. To see sweet sisters, the blossoms of our African tree, profiling on the corner talking about 10 and 3. Because in spite of all the money we made and taxes we paid, the woman was looking at hungry babes and some decisions had to be made. Could you tell her it's better to go to your grave as a slave with a minimum wage? Well, I hardly think so, but make you wanna holler sometimes and throw up both your hands. And what happens when people start to feel they have nothing to lose, 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 nothing to lose. Did you ever hear about Mark Essex and the things that made him choose to fight the inner city blues? Yeah, Essex took to the rooftops guerrilla style and watched while all the crackers went wild. Brought in 600 troops out here, brand new to see them crushed with fear. Essex fought back with 1,000 rounds, and New Orleans was a change in town, and rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat was the only sound. Yeah, bring on the stone rifles to knock down walls, bring on the elephant guns, bring on the helicopters to block out the sun. Yeah, made the devil wanna holler, 'cause 8 was dead and a dozen was down, and cries for freedom were a brand new sound. New York, Chicago, Frisco, LA, justice was served and the unjust were afraid. 'Cause after all the years and all the fears, brothers were alive, the courage found, and spreading them goddamn blues around. Yeah, make you wanna holler, black people, and hold up both your hands and say liberation. Crime is increasing and trigger-happy policing. Panic is spreading, and Lord knows where we're heading. Yes, make you wanna holler sometimes and throw up both of your hands. Make you wanna holler sometimes and throw up both your hands. 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 Hands.
1, 2, now you know what to do. Say, what's the word? Tell me, woman, have you heard about your head and bird? We need a little bit more than that. Come on, you get it here. Somebody say, what's the word? Tell me, brother, have you heard about your head and bird? They tell me that our brothers are over there to find a man. We don't know for sure because the news we get is of a live man. Yes, I hate it when the blood starts flowing, but I'm glad to see resistance flowing out. what's the word? Say what's the word? Say what's the word? Say what's the word? Somebody tell me what's happening in Johannesburg. New York like Johannesburg. LA like Johannesburg. Peter made the better word and then said what's the word? Say what's the word? Say what's the word? Somebody gotta tell me what's happening in Johannesburg. DC like Johannesburg. London like Johannesburg. Peter made the better word and the better word. Woo! Let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. Proving you instead of me, Johannesburg. If Peter made the better word, the better word, the better word, the better. It ain't the better word. Feel like it in Johannesburg. About Johannesburg. Say, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Johannesburg, Johannesburg, Johannesburg. Thank you. Thank you. Johannesburg. How we feel? Thank you very much. And now that we know there are singers here, we would like to have you sing with us. This is a song about coal miners. I know you do not sing often about coal miners, but soon you have to go get your own coal. So you will be glad you know this song. You wake up with a little lamp on your hat, everything is good. You know this song. Please help us. This song, your part goes like this. Do 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 do. I know it's not a lot of words, but it's a good part. I did it for years. I know you want words, but you had word last time. You messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 do. Yes, you must sing loud. I cannot. You have no microphone. Listen, you do this part 4 times. Then when we go, working in a graveyard 3 miles down, that's when you come back in. So 4 times, then we're ready. Now, since it is an official song, we turn it over to the Secretary of Entertainment. Come on, we have fun. From the town to the nation, we'd like to do a song for you about the larger picture. There's only one season lately. There used to be an agreement between the seasons that they would all come and stay for 3 months and then go to wherever seasons go when they're not where we are. Lately there has been no spring, no summer, and no fall. Politically and philosophically and psychologically, there has only been the season of ice. It is a season of frozen dreams and frozen nightmares, a scene of frozen progress and frozen ideas, frozen aspirations and inspirations. They call the season winter. We call the song Winter in America. Indians, welcome the pilgrims into the buffalo that once ruled the plain. Like the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for the rain. Yes, been looking for the rain. Just like the city that stagger on the coastline, living in a nation that just can't take much more. Like the forest they buried beneath the highway, I never had a chance to grow. We never had a chance to grow. And
winter. Seems like a winter in America. It's a time when all of the healers done been killed or been betrayed. Say, people know it's something wrong with everybody ought to know winter. Seems like a winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because nobody knows what to say. Brother, save your soul. Lord knows it's a winter in America. The Constitution, no more piece of paper, and with free society, well, the struggle but the dying man. And now democracy is ragtime on the corners, unemployed, hoping to rain. Yes, it's been a hoping for some rain, but it just don't look like rain. I've seen robins there, perched in Valentine's arms, and watching last-ditch racers marching across the floor. And like peace signs that melted in our dreams and never had a chance to go home. Well, it never had a chance to go home. If somebody won't know, tell them it's a winter. It's cold, it's like a winter in America. Yes, a time when all of the healers, people who could help us done better, killed or been betrayed. Say, people know it's something wrong. Hey, winter. Yes, it feels like winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because nobody knows what to say. Sisters save the babies. Yes, winter in America. Cold, it's like a winter in America. Yes, it's a time when all of the healers, brothers who could help us done better killed. They put them in jail. Hey, people know it's something wrong. Something wrong with winter. Yes, it seems like winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because nobody knows what to say. Yes, and the truth is there's nobody fighting, nobody knows. Well, hey, nobody knows what to do. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting
say. Winner in America, Ron Holloway on the tenor saxophone. Thank you very much. Well, now, you know the name of the city we come from. You know the country that we come from and the season. Now we would like to talk about our music. People say to me, Gil, we cannot find your records. I say, go to your record store. Go down to the left. Take a turn. Go to the right. Look on the bottom shelf. You will find a box called Miscellaneous. We are miscellaneous. We did not mean to be miscellaneous. Somehow it happened. Otherwise, you go in the record store, you go to the right, you go down to the back, you look in a box called Jazz, J-A-Z-Z. I said, this is very good, we are jazz. Then I looked up jazz in the dictionary, and it means miscellaneous. We were not happy. We decided to bring the music to you, to let you decide. What kind of music do we play? The question is called, is that jazz?
That completes our third set and our first of two sets with Mr. Gil Scott Heron. And we started that set off with, of course, why wouldn't I start it off with this? The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. And we'll talk about that in a minute. That was from the album Pieces of a Man. And then you heard The Train from Washington. And that was from the album Real Eyes. And then you heard Work for Peace. And that was from the album Spirits. And then you heard Inner City Blues. And that was from Reflections. And after that, Johannesburg. Yeah, we were talking about apartheid South Africa back in the day. Gil was on it. And that was the title track of that album. Then we ended that set with Winter in America. And that was a single that he put out. Let me tell you something. Gil Scott is like, yeah, that was like the soundtrack of my life. Just personally, the first time of course, my sisters, they would always, their boyfriends would leave albums, and somebody left The Mind of Gil Scott Heron, that album. So I'm like, all right, nobody's home, nobody looking. I didn't know what was on it. Man, when I listened to that, I was like, because I had to be around 76 because one of his songs was the Bicentennial Blues. And again, of course, we all remember that whole fiasco back then. But when I started listening to Gil Scott, I was like, wow, he is saying something. He is saying a lot. A lot of it I didn't understand because I didn't, we didn't have the resources for me to find out when he's talking about a poem for Jose Campos Torres. Like, well, who is that? So, but eventually, I started figuring, I said, man, this brother was deep, very politically laden, in music, with that jazz and that funk influence. He was born right here in Chicago. Yeah, he was a Chicagoan. He grew up in Tennessee in the Bronx. And, and he was a gifted songwriter and a gifted poet. And a lot of his music, it's just true poetry. But like I said, he was very, very, consciously aware of what was going on around us in our neighborhoods. And for the most part, Gil lived it. He lived it because, he had a rough life. He did. he had horrible cocaine and heroin addiction, for a long time of his life. He did jail time, in the early 2000s. When he got out, he passed away in 2000. He passed away in 2011, and he passed away from AIDS. AIDS, HIV. So the man had a very, very tough life. But while he was on this earth, like I said, when it comes to hip hop and rap, he has influenced all of the greats. All of the greats have listened to Gil Scott Heron because of his messages. His messages were so strong, and like I said, even to this day. This stuff is still relevant. It's very relevant. I hear people all the time talking about it. Every time I look around, you hear it in commercials. The revolution will not be televised. As a matter of fact, I was in H&M, I was shopping with my wife and my daughter. I'm in there hanging out. I ain't really doing no shopping. But I'm looking at this shirt and I was like, what? Had this shirt that said the revolution will not be televised. I'm like, man, I hope Gil is getting some money for that because this is crazy. But but like I said, that influence is still strong to this day. And that's why, I wanted to put it out there, particularly on this month, to let people know. Like I said, what Kendrick Lamar did was amazing, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. But this is how we did it back in the day. And that's basically how we can only get our messages out. I mean, we did have black radio. We did have, black newspapers, Chicago, Detroit, Philly, all had black newspapers. But once again, trying to get that, we didn't have the internet. So, now stuff goes viral almost immediately, worldwide, And so it was just a different time in a different way. But it still made a difference. And so that's how we did it. It was all good. And now, just listening to the, watching the halftime show and, the visuals of it, because like I said, Gil was doing it even before they were doing, videos that go along with the music. So, but just the visuals of it all, it just was like, the symmetry was just absolutely amazing. But I did, and that was the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, wow, Gil Scott's influence is still here for the third generation of great rap music. And I think, Kendrick Lamar embodies that. And, like I said, that influence is strong, very strong. That's going to take us to our fourth and final set. We got some more Gil Scott Heron coming at you in the Soul Music Lab. Let's go.
Hey, yeah, we're the same brothers from a long time ago. We was talking about television and doing it on the radio. What we did was to help our generation realize they got to get out there and get busy because it wasn't going to be televised. We got respect for young rappers and the way they freewaying. But if you're going to be teaching folks things, be sure you know what you're saying. Older folks in our neighborhood got plenty of know-how. Remember, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be out there now. And I ain't coming at you with no disrespect. All I'm saying is that you damn well got to be correct. Because if you're going to be speaking for a whole generation and you know enough to try and handle their education, be sure you know the real deal about past situations and ain't just repeating what you heard on a local TV station. Sometimes they tell lies and put them in a truthful disguise. But the truth is, that's why we said it wouldn't be televised. They don't know what to say to our young folks, but they know that you do. And if they really knew the truth, why would they tell you? The first sign is peace. Tell all them gun-toting young brothers that the man is glad to see us out there killing one another. We raised too much hell when they were shooting us down, so they started poisoning our mind and trying to jerk us all around. And then they tell us they got to come in and control our situation. They want half of us on dope and the other half in incarceration. If the ones they want dead ain't killed by what they instigated, they can put some dope on the brother's body and claim it was drug-related. Tell them drug-related means there don't need to be no investigation, or at least that's the way they're gonna play it on the local TV station. All your 9mm brothers, give them something to think about. Tell them you heard that this is the new word. They got to work that stuff out. Because somehow they feeling the wrong way with a gun in their hands. They feeling real independent, but they just pulling contracts with a man. 5 and 5 will tell you it's hopeless out there on the avenue, but if they really knew the truth, why would they tell you? And if they look at you like you're insane and they start calling you scarecrow and say you ain't got no brain, or start telling folks that you suddenly gone lame, or that white folks that finally co-opted your game, or worse yet, implying that you don't really know, that's the same thing they said about us a long time ago. Young rappers, one more suggestion before I get out of your way. But I appreciate the respect you give me and what you got to say. I'm saying protect your community and spread that respect around. Tell brothers and sisters they got to calm that bullshit down, because we're terrorizing our old folks and we brought fear into our homes, and they ain't got to hang out with the senior citizens. Just tell them, damn it, leave the old folks alone. And we know who ripping off the neighborhood. Tell them that BS has got to stop. Tell them you're sorry they can't handle it out there, but they got to take the crime off the block. And if they look at you like they think you're insane, or start calling you scarecrow thinking you ain't got no brain, or start telling folks that you suddenly gone lame, or that white folks have suddenly co-opted your game, or worse yet, saying that you really don't know, that's the same thing they said about me a long time ago. And if they tell folks that you finally lost your nerve, that's the same thing they said about us when we said Johannesburg, But I think you young folks need to know that things don't go both ways. You can't talk respect on every other song or just every other day. What I'm speaking on now is the raps about the women folks. On one song, she's your African queen, and on the next one, she's a joke. And you ain't said no words that I haven't heard, but that ain't no compliment. It only insults 8 people out of 10 and questions your intelligence. 4-letter words or 4-syllable words won't make you a poet. It will only magnify how shallow you are and let everybody know it. And if they look at you like they think you're insane, or they call you scarecrow thinking you ain't got no brain, or start telling folks that you suddenly gone lame, or that the white folks have finally co-opted your game, or you really don't know, they said that about me a long time ago. If they finally start telling people that you lost your nerve, that's what they said about Johannesburg. You ain't insane. You have got a brain. You haven't gone lame. You have got your game. Remember, keep the nerve. Keep the nerve. Keep the nerve. Keep the nerve. We're talking about peace.
Brother man nowadays living in the ghetto, where the danger's sure enough real. Well, when he's out late at night, if he's got his head on right, well, I lay you 9 to 5, he's walking with steel. Brother man say he's afraid of gangsters, messing with people just for fun. He don't want to be next, he got a family to protect. So just last week he bought himself a gun. Everybody got a pistol, everybody got a 45. And the philosophy seemed to be, at least as near as I can see, when the other folks give up theirs, I give up mine. This is a violent civilization, civilization where I am. Every channel that I stop on got a different kind of cop on, and they're killing them by the millions for Uncle Sam. But Saturday night just ain't that special. Yeah, I got the Constitution on the run. 'Cause even though we got the right to defend our home, defend our land, got to understand to get it in hand about the gun. Everybody got a pistol, everybody got a 45. And the philosophy seems to be, at least as near as I can see, when other folks give up, give up, give up, I give up, I give up. Everybody got a pistol, everybody got a 45. Philosophy seems to be, at least as near as I can see, when the other folks give up theirs, I give up mine. Everybody got a pistol. This must really please the NRA. Yeah, 'cause when it's time to line up, you know damn well they're gonna shine. never went home again. Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosary beads, close your eyes to watch me die. You keep saying, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, God, but did you ever try to turn your sick soul inside out so that the world can watch you die? Home is where I live inside my white powder dreams. Home was once an empty vacuum that's filled now with my silent screams. Home is where the needle marks tried to heal my broken heart, and it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again, home again, home again, home again. Kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, quit it, kick it, can't go home again, home again, home again.
Yes, the world, planet Earth, third from the son of a gun. 360 degrees, and as new worlds emerge, stay alert, stay aware, watch the eagle, watch the bear. Earthquaking, foundation shaking, bias breaking, new day making change. Accumulating, liberating, educating, stimulating change. Tomorrow was born yesterday. From inside the rib or the people cage, the era of our first blood stage was blotted or erased or TV screened and defaced. Remember, there's a revolution going on in the world. One blood of early morning revolved to the one idea of our tomorrow. Homeboy, hold on. Now more than ever, all the family must come together. Ideas of freedom and harmony, great civilization yesterday, but today will bring tomorrow. Neon Leon, fast lane, brother, you were yesterday when dreams of karma and life still live. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be once again. Earthquaking, foundation shaking, investigating yesterday. I was wondering about our yesterdays and digging through the rubble. And to say the least, somebody went to a hell of a lot of trouble to make sure that when we looked things up, we wouldn't fare too well and we would come up with totally unreliable pictures of ourselves. But I've compiled what few facts I could, I mean such as they are, to see if we could get a little bit of light. This is what I got so far. First, white folks discovered Africa and claimed it fair and square. Cecil Rhodes couldn't have been robbing nobody, cause hell, there wasn't nobody there. White folks brought all the civilization, wasn't none around. How could these folks be civilized when wasn't nobody writing nothing down? And to prove all their suspicions, well, didn't have to wait too long. They discovered there were whole tribes of people in plain sight with no clothes on. That's right. The women, the men, the young, and the old righteous folks covered their eyes, and no time was spent considering their environment. Hell no, this just wasn't civilized. Another way they knew the folks were backwards, or at least this is how we were taught, is that unlike the civilized people of Europe, these tribal groups actually fought. And yes, there were some rather crude implements, and yes, there was primitive art, and
And yes, they were masters of hunting and fishing. Courtesy came from the heart. And yes, there were medicines, love, and religion, intertribal communication by drum, but no paper and pencils and other utensils, and these folks never even heard of a gun. So this is why the colonies came, to stabilize the land. The dark continent had copper and gold, and the discoverers had a plan. They would discover all the places with promise and didn't need no leases or deeds. Then they'd appoint people to make everything legal, to sanction the trickery and greed. And when the natives got restless deep in the jungle, they would call it guerrilla attack, and never described that folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back. Still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once called underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And still we are constantly hounded with unity just beyond reach. Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've been moved to the Middle East. There are examples galore, I assure you, but if interpreting was left up to me, I would swear every time this version ain't mine. That's why it's called his story. Earth-shaking, foundation quaking, bias breaking, new day making change in the world.
Should have got to be some change. Got to make a stand, got to understand. Every woman, every man, are you ready? Got to make some changes. They say it gets just a little bit smaller every day. Brothers around the world, can you come out and play? Come blow your horn, come clap your hand, come play your drum. Need the music like the flower needs the sun. And there ain't no convenient time to be put squarely on the line. But the people need us more than the symbols we adore. And we can change the world. We can show enough change the world. Has changed its rhythm to the throbbing of unrest. Divide and conquer undermines all our success. Reaches everyone, rejuvenates the soul. Together we feel the essence of the rhythm taking hold. Music can completely expand. How will we all understand that we have so much more to gain than the token we've attained? And we can change, so now change the world. Got to believe, change the world. Say it gets just a little bit smaller every day. Brothers around the world, can you come out and play? Come blow your horn, come clap your hand, come play your drum. Need the rhythm like the flowers need the sun. There ain't no convenient time to be put squarely on the line. And the people need us more than the symbols we adore. And we got to believe that we can change the world. We can sure enough change the world.
song is called The Bottle. Come on, get out of this one here. Come on with us. We're celebrating for 25 more. We bring you one more, the spirit of rebirth and regeneration. Yes, indeed. Mama, Mama, got me to get you. Mama, got me in it. Won't let go, won't let go, won't let go. See that black boy over there running scared. His old man in the bottle. Well, now he done quit hitting 95. He drink full time. Now he's hanging in the bottle. You see that black boy over there running scared. His old man got a problem. Booze, he done fallen off everything. His old woman wet and bring for bottle. Baby, like, don't you think it's a crime? Get away. Time after time after time, people living in the bottle. This is the summer fine, folks, she started drinking that wine for the bottle. Told me, old man committed a crime, he's doing time. Now she's hanging in the bottle. Well, I see her out there on the avenue all by herself. Sure need a help for the bottle. Well, I see her, she's been trying to help her out. She cussed him out, hit her in the head with the bottle. Well, they turn to me and they ask me, yeah, don't you think it's a crime? Get away. Time after time after time, people in the bottle. People living in the bottle. Come on, Kevin. Let's see. Celebrate it with me. See, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Make it feel good. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Make it feel good. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. The secretary, one more time, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary of Entertainment, Brother Robert Gordon. Little master, get in my dream now. Little master, be playing in my dream. Little master, help me celebrate it in my dreams. Little master, the Little Master is Larry McDonald.
Come on, y'all, let's syncopate. You know, I know that you know, I know that you need some. Everybody need a little something, keep on running and you won't be late. You know, I know, you know, I know that you need something easy. Everybody needs something.
Of democracy pinned up against the coast. Our house of bureaucracy surrounded by a moat. Citizens of poverty are barely out of sight. The overlords escape near evening, the people on the night. Morning brings the tourists, painting eyes and rubbernecks. Perhaps a glimpse of the cowboy making the world a nervous wreck. It's a massive irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. It's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. May not have the glitter or the glamour of L.A., may not have the history or the intrigue of Bombay. But when it comes to making music and showing up making news, people who just don't make sense and people making do. Seems a ball of contradictions pulling different ways between the folks who come and go and the ones who got to stay. It's a massive irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. It's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. Seem to me, it's been a lifetime, before night, up on 14th Street. Make me feel it's always the right time, 'cause them people sure enough been loving me. It didn't make but one second to none. It's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. Of democracy pinned up against the coast, the outhouse of bureaucracy surrounded by a moat. The citizens of poverty are barely out of sight. The overlords escape near evening, the people on the night. The morning come and bring the tourists painting rubbernecks. Perhaps a glimpse of the cowboy making the world a nervous wreck. It's a massive irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. Say, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Say, it's the capital, got you feeling capital. The punishment is capital in Washington, D.C. You know, it's the nation's capital. It's the nation's capital. Punishment is capital in Washington, D.C. It's the capital.
Started that fourth set out with Mr. Gil Scott Heron, the late great Gil Scott Heron. That song was called "A Message to the Messengers." Very, very deep, very poignant. And that was from the Spirits album. After that, you heard "Gun." If that's not relevant to this day, I don't know what is. Called Reflect. That's from the album Reflections. And then you heard another one called "Home Is Where the Hatred Is," and that was from Pieces of a Man. And then you heard a cut called "Black History," and he just broke it down. That was from the album Moving Target. And then you heard "The Bottle," and that was from Johannesburg. And we ended that set with Washington, D.C. And that's not relevant today. I don't know what is. And that was from the album Moving Target. Yeah, and you know what? And I couldn't even put... He got this one album. It's called The Mind of Gil Scott Heron. And it's not streaming anywhere. I can't find it. I used all my resources, and of course they're limited. But I do have it on wax, and it is clearly one of the best albums. It's in my top 10 best albums ever that I've ever listened to. And you know, Poem for Jose Campos Torres, The New Deal, Bicentennial Blues, We Beg Your Pardon, America. I mean, he had some amazing pieces on there, and I just wonder why that one is like, they seem like they just tried to wipe it off the map. I don't know. I don't know. But Gil Scott, yeah, he was definitely a victim of his own environment. Just a brilliant mind, brilliant poet, and musician. And, and the stuff that he was talking about, he was trying to warn people, hey, just don't be like me. Because he had it really, really rough. Once you get that addiction, and like I said, he was just a product of his surroundings and what he had to, what he lived through. I did get a chance to see him in concert. I got to see him in concert. If you're old school Chicago, you probably remember Chicago Fest. Yeah, when it was at Navy Pier. And I saw him there. I had to drag one of my friends. I was like, come on, let's go see Gil's Got Heron. He didn't want to go, but when he went, he was pleasantly surprised because Gil brings it, so. But yeah, that's my little tribute to Black History Month. That's my tribute to what Kendrick Lamar did, and hopefully it's going to, like I said, it was. I was a teenager when this was happening. For us, it was like a revolution or an awakening, and it feels like it's coming around again. Just an awareness that we all need to be, and so that's what that's why we try to bring it to you today. Check us out every Wednesday and every Friday on the Soul Music Lab. We'll be back on Friday with a brand new playlist to end out the month of February. And got something cool for you. And then, of course, we'll be back on next Wednesday with another Pure Artistry series. You can find us on Instagram at the Soul Music Lab. And if you have your iPhone or whatever phone you have, you can download the Soul Music Lab and check us out. Listen to any one of our episodes that you want to. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you hanging with me today. I know this song was a little bit long, but that's okay. That's going to do it for me. I'm Ely. In the meantime and in between time, peace and hair grease.